There you go, Boston Latin Rowing Club. Okay, here we are. It's just there's a school kids at one of the rowing schools here in Boston. It's called the Crew Team, and all they're doing is actually doing a little bit of a challenge here at the Boston Common here. And what they're trying to achieve is to raise a sponsorship, raise some money for sponsorship towards their equipment and other requirements needed for their school. Anyway, I've just been speaking to, and the kids were quite interested in speaking to and listening to my little chat. But I've spoken to this young gentleman as well about it. And I said we should have quite easily tapped the wattage, that is the output of those rowing machines, onto the national grid. By doing so, we could easily upgrade the standard of those homeless people out there, and the elderly people's homes could be powered by the amount of energy that is being output through these rowing machines. And just imagine the potential that we have as collectively as human beings, that they could rise to any challenge for raising funds, but at the same time they could rise to further challenge by conserving or tapping into that energy that is being produced by each rowing strike that's been produced out of this machine. So I've sort of touched on that with the school principal, as well as some of the senior team of this rowing club here in Boston. Yes, for we as human beings never rise to the challenges that we are given. Only when you have been suppressed we rise to challenges. We have the knowledge and the intelligence to be able to use all of the talent that we have to rise to the global affairs, such as energy, clean environment, and so on. And this is wasted energy in a sense, because every one of those enthusiastic human bodies are producing so much of energy that is wasted into the space. Is it wasted? No. There's a purpose what they're doing it, but we could actually multiply the purpose and requirements of their output. So just by calculation of kilometers and meters row, they get sponsorship. Imagine if you had managed to convert all of that energy into electricity, or to power an elderly home somewhere here in the Boston community, as well as rise to the challenges that the Boston and Massachusetts is faced with. Okay, I've said enough, and I spoke to the coach earlier on, who was agreeing with my understanding, and I said we have the technology and the know-how to produce energy from these rowing machines, and it's a shame that our gyms and all of the equipment that we have across the globe is unable to use that energy producing without